I'm gon' bust your head. I'm gon' bust your head. I'm gon' bust your head. I'm gon' bust your head.
Here we go. SparStar Promotions is proud to present the rerounds of mixed martial arts in the welterweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by Sniper Fightwear. Introducing our referee in charge of this bout, Mike Bell. And now, introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing black trunks. He is training out of Bosai Academy in Alhambra by way of Los Angeles. He weighed in 167 pounds. Tonight, he is making his debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Alfonso Fonzie Lopez. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing white and black trunks. He is training out of Highest End MMA Academy in North Hollywood. He weighed in 164 pounds. His record, no wins with 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Orlando Tommy Go Itza. All right, fans, here we go. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the welterweight division.
All right, we got a couple welterweights here getting ready to bang. And of course, veteran referee Mike Bell will be the 3rd man in the cage in charge of the action. Don't blink on this one, Mr. Widows. I have a feeling this one could end quick. Touch of the gloves, and we are underway. Both fighters in the center of the cage. Itza pawing with the jab. Alfonso lands a nice right, but he's backed up against the cage. Both fighters eager to throw bombs. Alfonso getting a little wild with the right. Now fighters trading leg kicks. Itza in again. Up tight on the upper body. Alfonso looking to land that overhand right.
Alfonso.
Ooh, nice uppercut followed by a straight right hand from Itza.
Lopez is in big trouble here. He just gave up his back, left his neck open too. It looks like the rear naked might be in.
That's not where you want to be against the kid from Highest End. Alfonso doing a good job of fighting the choke.
Trying to choke his face here.
Looks like he's turning it into a crank of sorts.
He's going to try to move up to mount. Lopez does a nice job of pushing his leg off to come out the back door and maybe land a takedown of his own, and he does. Excellent
transition by Alfonso Lopez.
Lopez now content to be in the closed guard. See, I don't know why he stood up. He should have maybe tried to keep the pressure on him, but maybe he prefers to stand up.
Both fighters back on their feet. Lopez looking again to land that home run quitter.
He's really overcommitting though, and that's why he's getting big
another
shots.
Straight right hand lands for Itza. Lopez appears to be gassing.
He's really biting down on that mouthpiece, trying to land that hard right hand. But
ooh, low blow. Lopez hits the dirt.
This is a ferocious pace these two are keeping up right now.
Welterweight's going at 125-pound pace here early.
Lopez showing that he's very game, but he is overcommitting on the big right hand, and Itza is sensing that and countering nicely.
Itza doing great countering that, like you mentioned, with the uppercut, throwing the 6 underneath, and then following that with the straight right hand. It's been landing, it's been finding a home, it's dropped Alfonso once. Let's see if it can happen again here. Touch of the gloves, Alfonso's okay. Glad to see that, and we are back underway. Itza pawing with the jab, lands another uppercut.
That uppercut, it seems to be his bread and butter. Lopez is just dying to land that overhand right, but the reach disadvantage is really hurting him.
Doubling up on the jab, Itza taking control here. But Lopez landing with a big right and left hand after the sound of the bell.
Lopez making a case to steal that round there with a flurry at the end.
I don't know if it was enough to steal the round, but it certainly was enough to make it a fun fight.
The doctor's in the cage now looking at Lopez's right eye. It looks to be shut. I don't know if he caught a finger or a punch.
Hey, fans, once again, let's give it up for our beautiful card girl, Miss V. Vanessa Navarro.
Once again, for those of you listening at home, thank you to www.thecombatnetwork.com. They are streaming the fights for us tonight. The globalcombatnetwork.com. Thank you to our friends up north, Skippy Cohen, Lopati. You guys know who you are. Thank you so much. We are about to get ready for round number 2 and what has been the most entertaining bout of the evening. A couple of welterweights ready for round 2 here. Orlando Itza and Alfonso Lopez. How do you score the first round, Kevin?
It's a tough round to score. I probably have to give it to Itza slightly. He landed the harder shots and more of them.
Finish it this round, baby. You're doing it good.
Lopez, though, like I said, very game. He just needs to reel himself back in a little bit, not get so emotional and excited.
In the immortal words of Annie Lennox, who am I to disagree? Here we go. Alfonso starting off with a jab. Seems to have gathered his wind back.
Work the hands, Orlando. Work the hands.
Itza still looking to make his entry.
Itza looking to press against the cage now with that bull rush, but nice footwork by Lopez to circle out, and that's a nice leg kick.
Ooh, nice right hand off the counter by Itza. He's firing that straight right hand now.
But you see, you notice every time he throws that looping right hand, he drops his hands, and Itza's countering nicely.
One thing I have noticed, I can comment on this, Itza keeps that right hand up by his ear, so when he does throw it, it's a crisp shot that Alfonso can't see coming.
Right.
Well hidden punch, and I think that's why it's finding its home.
Lopez also is doing a decent job of keeping his shield up when he backs away, but the uppercut is finding its way through.
Okay, let's go.
Nice leg kick by Lopez. Takes some of the salt out of Itza for a second, and the left-right lands for Lopez as well.
Hit the body, too.
Itza responds.
Go to the body. Hit the body, too.
Lopez smiling like a psychopath.
And Itza looking to show he's showing signs of fatigue. You see with his hands down, backing up, breathing very heavily now. Let's see if Lopez can take advantage of this. Itza wants to push him against the cage, it looks like. Perhaps rest a little bit or land some knees. Doing a nice job of landing knees.
Nice knees to the midsection by Itza. Ooh, nice knee from Lopez as well. Itza bullying Lopez up against the cage. Does a nice job of fighting off with that jab. Lopez now finding a home with that right leg kick.
Big right hand by Itza, but he's tired. See how heavy he's breathing through his mouth.
Why are you backing up?
And Lopez showing a lot of heart here, just marching forward, despite taking the brunt of the damage.
Looks like I have not been wrong. This has been a hell of a fight so far.
Another tough one to call.
Lopez came back in that round. I may have to score that one for Lopez.
I might agree with you there. He showed a lot of heart by just marching forward, even though he's eating bigger shots, and then started to land some of his own.
Orlando's going to have to return to his ways from the first round. He's going to have to get busy, land those punches, throw more volume. Otherwise, it's possible Lopez could steal this fight.
I think that uppercut's there for Itza too. I think he should, paw with the jab and throw the big uppercut, circle out. Or come in and lead with that uppercut and then follow it up with a left hook.
The lovely Miss Vanessa Navarro in the cage. All right, round 3. Seconds getting ready to leave the cage. Referee Mike Bell getting ready to call the third round of what has been the best fight of the evening.
And the longest.
And the longest, coincidentally.
2 minutes of boxing, let's go.
Good show of sportsmanship at the start of the round.
There's that uppercut, he missed with that one. Nice slip by Lopez, follows with 2 nice leg kicks.
Nice straight punches from Itza. Might have been a poke there.
I don't know if that was a poke or a punch.
It looked like a punch to me. That did not look like a poke to me, but perhaps it was.
I'd like to see a replay if we could get one, but to me, it was in an exchange, so normally that's not where an eye poke happens.
Mike Bell giving Mr. Lopez a couple minutes to recover here.
You get punched in the eye, that does not warrant a stoppage or a timeout.
It's a shame to see this happen in such a close fight. This fight could go either way at this point, and we do not want to see a finish like we had in the first one.
Looks like he's going to call the doc in to make sure that Lopez is all right.
Mike Bell is not happy with the answers given to him. Doctor has come in to take a look. Lopez having a hard time keeping that eye open. It's fluttering like a butterfly's wings. But the doctor seems to think he's okay.
Here's the replay. It was a punch. It looked like it.
He does not have his fingers extended.
Yeah, I believe that was a punch. So Lopez got a gift there and a breather. Itza now coming with the fury, marching forward, throwing big shots. So Lopez.
Ooh, nice uppercut by Itza, lands, backs Lopez up for the first time in the fight.
Now he gets poked in the eye. I don't know what happened there.
Mike Bell says, keep throwing those potatoes, boys.
Lopez determined to keep marching forward. Itza looking for the clinch and that uppercut again.
These guys are throwing down, ladies and gentlemen.
This is an old-fashioned Donnybrook here as they're just slinging leather at one another.
Let's go, go, go. Let's go.
Lopez backing up, takes a hard right hand off the top of his nose.
Straight down the middle.
Itza throwing with volume here.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Straight.
But Lopez is he's giving just as much as he's getting here. Oh, nice combination. Multiple punches land for Itza.
Lopez now turns the tables and lands a big right hand.
Lopez doing his best Ivan Drago impersonation.
Boxing, Orlando.
Nothing seems to hurt this kid.
Box, Orlando. Let's go.
Lopez showing the iron chin here and just marching forward, lands a right hand.
Oh, Lopez lands some lefts and rights, backing Itza up.
Forward. Forward.
Itza has slowed his pace at the end of this round.
Itza has to be wondering, what do I have to do to get this guy to stop moving forward?
Both fighters land lefts and right hands.
Lopez looking for a takedown at the end
And
of
he
the
gets
round.
it at the end of the round.
Very
right
nice
hand.
job by Lopez to try to
Excellent fight.
score some late points. Fantastic fight from both fighters. Both fighters refusing to give up. And a heavy volume by both fighters.
Both fighters leaving everything they have in the cage. That's what we asked for here. That's all we can ask for here. We give you an opportunity, and both of those guys took full advantage. How did you score that one? Kevin Widows, one hell of a fight.
Man, I'd hate to be in the position of Doc Hamilton right next to us. He's got to score that one. I don't know. That could almost be a draw. That's how close that fight. That's how close that fight was.
I gave that one 2 rounds to 1. I don't know if it'll be a popular decision here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but I got to give it to Alfonso Lopez. The takedown at the end of the fight and the aggression.
You could make that case, but Itza landed the heavier shots. I can think of 4 or 5 clean uppercuts that he landed. Anthony Calix is in the building.
Why is he touching my nipples?
Why isn't he touching mine?
All right, as we wait for our judges to add their 9s and 10s. Sometimes that takes a while. Here we go, veteran ring announcer Jim Fitzgerald has tallied the numbers, done some simple math, and hopefully we have a decision. Some familiar sights, sounds, and smells here in Indica, California tonight.
Yeah.
It's the medical marijuana community apparently represented.
Or the non-medical marijuana community.
We are a grassroots fight organization. No VIP seats here. All right, we have a decision, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Bell calls the fighters to the center. Jim Fitzgerald will give us the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision.
As predicted, close one.
Judge at ringside, Mylan Ayers scores about 29 to 28 in favor of Itza. Judge at ringside, Dr. Nelson Hamilton scores about 29 to 28 in favor of Lopez. And judge at ringside, Jackie Denton scores about 29 to 28 in favor of our winner. By split decision, the blue corner, the red corner,
Jim Fitzgerald doing his best Steve Harvey impression.
Steve Harvey in the cage.
Hats off to Lopez. He fought hard. Itza really brought it too. That fight could have gone either way. Neither fighter has anything to be ashamed of.
One hell of a fight. Alfonso Lopez garnering the split decision over Orlando Itza in what has been the most entertaining fight of the evening so far. I have that as fight of the night.